Yeah, so surprise, 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 we've expanded our operation out. We're not just on YouTube anymore. You can find the audio on all sorts of different platforms.
But you'll miss out on the great editing I do. So
You will miss out on that funky, fresh editing. All of the overall Imaginauts brand announcements are still going to be over on YouTube, along with all of our videos. We don't have a way of putting those on other platforms yet. I have seen this thing that Spotify does where they you can do a video option.
I'm not re-editing these for a different aspect ratio.
Of course not.
And
So, yeah.
that all sounds great. When what are the platforms that we are now available on?
Oh, yeah. We're available on Apple Podcasts, Pod Paradise, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Pocket Casts, Podcast Index, Listen Notes, Stitcher, Spotify, and Amazon Podcasts.
I didn't know half of those existed until now.
Me neither, which is why I am so incredibly excited.
Yeah, me too. How about you, Jack? Are you excited?
I'm super excited.
Awesome. Now for the episode, baby. Hey everyone, welcome back to It's Schway at Schwarbage, a Batman, Bat fan, Bat review, Bat pod, Batcast. I'm Will.
I'm Jack.
And I am an acrobat.
Huh.
Yeah. I
Robin.
Just
I
have
actually
you done any cool acrobatics lately?
Yeah, so actually I'm gonna give sort of a life update here. I finished acrobatic school. I'm starting my own troupe. We're going on tour soon. As you know, me
I
and my
thought
wife...
you went to clown college.
No. Yeah, I went to clown college, but then
Double
I
major.
segued into acrobatics. They had an acrobatics course. I really liked it. I segued. But as you know, me and my wife of 10 years are gonna be celebrating our son's 10th birthday, and our tour is just about to go through Gotham City. So, good stuff all around.
Yeah, this is great.
Fun.
So, everyone, welcome to the Schwarbage finale. Unfortunately, Quentin will be dead soon.
I came up with this bit last night when I was going to sleep. I was like, what am I gonna say tomorrow?
And you just went, okay, nothing to do with what we're reviewing. I'm just gonna do another fun Robin bit.
Well, I didn't want to do what I did during the Music Meister episode and spoil our fun.
That's true. I think the word you're looking for is teaser, but yes.
Well, you gave me shit for it.
Yeah, because it's funny.
Damn.
So anyway,
Yeah.
Once again, we have some Batman-related topics to go over. Does anyone wanna kick us off with one of these?
Oof.
Hi, boys. No. Today we're talking about Batman 210. 210.
Mm-hmm.
Huge issue.
Huge issue.
Big issue.
Known as Batman Fights the Legion of Feline Furies.
Mm-hmm.
It's another Catwoman issue. We've been doing
Yep.
a lot of
We're big Catwoman fans.
We've been doing a lot of
Yep.
Catwoman content, haven't we? At least
I mean,
one.
two. Yeah. This is,
Yeah.
Mhm.
We've been doing a lot. Like, there's been a big theme of like his female adversaries lately.
Yeah,
We-
we've
yeah,
really
we
just
have.
dived headfirst into gender roles conversation.
Honestly.
And this issue is no different. As the cover announces, or Catwoman on the cover says, "It's all over, Batman. You just lost the battle of the sexes." And there's 3 other women in cat costumes in the background. These 3 characters, like, their designs don't appear in the story. The 3 in the background.
Yeah, I actually thought. Do you guys remember from the Poison Ivy issue we read previously? I think it was even last episode.
It
There were
was.
these 3, like kind of miscellaneous female
Villains.
villains.
Yup.
Silken Spider,
On first-
Tiger Moth, Other.
Yeah.
Yep. The
They-
other one.
On first glance, I did think we would be seeing a return of those three. Sadly, we did not.
No,
would
the
have been
three
awesome.
have multiplied to 8, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
9 including Catwoman.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, did you just pick up on that?
Yeah, I just picked up on that.
Really? You just they made the joke like 80 times, I feel like, in this comic that no, cats have 9 lives, there's 9 of them.
To be fair, this comic is like 8 cat jokes per panel.
Oh, there are a
It's
lot.
so many. It's just right in your face. And while we're on the cover, I thought of a new bit a couple of weeks ago. Came up with a new game.
That shows you how
Yeah.
long it takes us to record these.
No, we our recording last Friday went very well. That we did. Because
What's
we're
your new
very-
bit?
Huh?
Yeah, what's your new
My
bit?
new bit. My new bit is what is one? I don't know what I'm going to call it, but what is one improvement you would make to the cover to make it more emblematic of the story?
Okay.
The very easy one I
We
have
can
is
call this
replace the
this
three-
bit. Hold on, I figured it out. We call the bit make cover, like makeover, but makeover.
When-
Okay, Jack, you had something.
Well, I just want to know Quentin's thought on the title since it was his bit.
Quentin?
The title of this of the bit or
bit.
Yeah, the bit.
Yeah, what's
Do you
your
like
opinion on
makeover?
makeover?
makeover? I thought I was workshopping it. I came up with cover up.
That one's better.
It's good. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so what would you guys say? One change. It has to be one change. It could be anything. It could be in the image. It could be in the title. You could remove the Comics Code Authority approval.
Very funny that's there. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
If I change something about the cover, like does it also change about the issue? Like if I want to like
So the name of
No,
the game. The
it's
name
not.
of the game is you're trying
Make
to make it
cover.
so that the cover is more emblematic of what goes on in the story. It
Okay.
summarizes it better because we got gaslit a lot last time by those
Very true.
covers.
I put a bow on the cat. The cat has a bow in the story.
So true.
It's a nice little touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the most obvious change is to replace the aforementioned 3 ladies who do not appear at all in the story with characters who do appear. Like just we'll get to the actual plot, but there's there's 9 people all dressed like Catwoman, one of which is actually Catwoman, but there are 9 total, so you could add some more Catwomans onto the cover to portray the story better.
You could do that.
Yeah. I mean, these are all great changes.
What would you change,
What would
Quentin?
you-
Now, what I would change, I'd add Robin. I don't know where, but I feel
Yeah.
like he's missing from the cover. I feel like he's missing. I mean,
Well, you see the background of the cover is green, so this is actually set in front of Robin's pants.
oh, so true. I forgot that this was the shrinking issue. Where they...
I wish that'd be awesome.
Honestly, but yeah, just stick him somewhere in there. Maybe next to Batman. Maybe in the background, in one of the, in a cat costume. Oh.
I would like to read that story.
Me too. But yeah, no. That's my experimental bit. Cover up. Hope
like
you guys
it.
liked it.
Great
Wink.
addition. I love the bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get into the story.
I like doing bits.
Yeah. Little games.
So our story kicks off.
Yeah.
Batman and Robin, they're driving about the town. Robin's like, "Hey, Batman, don't you have a crush on Catwoman?" And Batman's like, "No, I just hate crime."
Which
Liar.
is true. I mean,
So
Quentin and I's opinions seem to differ on whether
That's
he
why
has
we-
a crush or not.
like
that's why
lemons
we
and
have-
oranges, we are on two sides.
that joke's gonna be funny for us and no one else.
Yeah. It's a staple of the cast.
Alright, I'm just gonna take people out of their suspense. Will was trying to decide whether he should drink lemon or orange LaCroix before the recording. And me and Quentin were pulling him in opposite directions.
I
Yep.
decided on lemon.
We debated not only over flavors, but the pronunciation of the word LaCroix.
Which is a complex issue we shouldn't get into here.
No, we should not, because then we'll be at each other's throats.
And also, we have this great comic.
Yeah.
This wonderful
So-
comic.
So basically, Catwoman is out of jail, and Batman's like, she's probably doing crime. So let's just drive around to all the places with cat in the name until we catch criminals doing stuff. And this sounds stupid, but lo and behold, they pull up to the Psychedelic Circus, and they see three men with guns who have just robbed the circus, getting into the Catmobile to drive away.
And they have no trouble dispatching with these men, right? But
Oh yeah, not at all. Robin judo throws a guy. It's awesome.
yeah. But it turns out they're not actually they don't actually have any relation to Catwoman. They were just had her car, which was auctioned off.
Yeah, and for some reason these criminals who were robbing this building, they just had the receipt on them just in case anyone asked.
Well, yeah, you gotta keep the receipt. Whenever they wanted to, maybe that was their scheme to return the car after.
Oh.
I mean, I think you're giving them too much credit. I think to say that they had a scheme at all is, it's a bit presumptuous.
Then Batman's like, could Selena Kyle really be going straight? And then we cut to Catwoman just sending letters in full Catwoman costume. By the way, this costume sucks. I hate it. I hate the dumb like haircut. I hate the weird like puffed up collar and like the weird red boots and red mask.
Yeah, the red eyes are weird.
Yeah, it's the eyes. The eyes are the thing that get me the most because they look so like. It looks so unnatural on the rest of the costume.
They don't look like. They don't even look like Cat. It looks like
she looks like a He-Man villainess. That's what she looks like.
That's very true.
Yeah, it's just very. Bleh. I don't love it.
Anyway, it is revealed she sent the letters to a gang of women in prison who are about to be released, and invited all of them to a makeover place that she owns, apparently.
Yeah, and I wait. I want to do a quick bit. I want to do a real quick speed bit about these 8 women that we just mentioned. They all have great names. What's y'all's favorite?
I know. I wrote that down.
What's y'all's favorite name of one of these people?
Let me go over the options first for the audience, the ones that I wrote down. There's Light Laura, Florid Flo, Big Barbara, Sultry Sarah, and Timid Trixie. I don't know if we learned the others' names at any point, but
These are the important ones.
These are the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Florid Flo guy because maybe I'm an idiot for not knowing this. I had no idea what florid meant. I had to look it up. It means like you have like a red face, like flushed. So
I didn't know that either, and I
Flo.
didn't look it
And
up.
she doesn't even have a like. I don't feel like the descriptor applies to her especially. Her face is the same tone as everyone else in the room.
Yeah. I like Timid Trixie because I feel like it's a bad name if you're a criminal.
But she does, like, in the picture, she's like biting her nails, like Actually, looks a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how far Light Laura is standing from everyone else.
I didn't notice that.
So you can
She's like,
I mean, so you can see her rail thin frame.
She's
yeah.
light.
She's light. She is light as a feather. Don't know why that's important, but you can see it now. She can fit into narrow cracks, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trust me, audience. All of these characters' personality traits will be important for later. I lied.
You can't even tell them.
You
Yeah,
can't.
no.
Once they
I
get
cannot.
in this panel, clearly you can. Once they get in the Catwoman costumes, which they will don later on, identical appearance.
Mm-hmm. What happens next, fellas?
I mean, they get released from prison, and they're taken to Catwoman, where they all group up. There is an interaction between. There's an Alfred. There's an Alfred cameo.
There's an
Have
Alfred
we-
cameo.
Okay, I want to posit this. Have we seen Alfred yet in a comic?
Do we count? Okay, in a comic, no.
So this
This
is our
first Alfred.
this is our first Alfred comic appearance.
We did a bit of a. We've done a couple big skips, so I don't think it's like anywhere near his first appearance. But yes,
No, but for us on the cast, like
yeah,
I've always been interested in like how very samey when everybody else has these big like jumps in their designs, anywhere from like, you know, Jim Gordon to Catwoman. Alfred's always pretty much the same.
yeah.
I mean, he's a butler. He's a very like stereotypical butler appearance.
Excluding his first appearance, where he was like a bumbling fat little man. But yeah, most of the time, yes, he looks the same.
And excluding fuck, I forgot the name of the goddamn show.
Beware the Batman.
Beware the Batman, where he's Lex Luthor adjacent.
Oh
Bald
my
man.
goodness! I forgot about.
Guys, I don't want to spoil our audience too much, but I kind of feel like it's very telling that we have spent a lot of this trying to avoid talking about the comic.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like by mentioning that they all dress up like Catwoman, we've already given away the thread here.
Okay, but
because
they do
that's
that in the story. It's on the teaser page.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the only, like, that is the, like, thing. That is the thing of this comic. The gimmick.
It's the gimmick. This doesn't have a lot outside of its gimmick. I'm gonna be honest.
Anyway, the Nism of Nepal is coming to Gotham, and Batman's like, hey,
by the
Robin,
way, Nizam of Nepal, I looked it up. I'm almost positive. I'm not an expert. Almost positive that's not a real thing.
Yeah, that feels very made up. For the sake of a pun. And then Batman's like, wait, Robin, what's the capital of Nepal? And Robin's like, Kathmandu? Oh,
shit.
Catwoman's gonna do a dumb pun, isn't she? And they discover that that Catwoman's probably gonna steal something from the Nism of Nepal.
Yep.
And so she's trying to get these 8 women that she's invited from prison in on the scheme, right? But they're all like, nah, like, come on, like, you're stupid. And she says, like, we all need to team up against our enemy, men. She does say that. That's apparently how the writers of this comic think that, like, a female criminal would think. And they're all like, "Nah, you're stupid. Like, I don't want to do that." And then she beats them all up, and they're like, "All right, fine."
I want to give
Is that a fair description of what happened?
Yeah, very. I just want to real quick give a shout out to Tim and Trixie, where when Catwoman's like, "Hey, ladies, we all hate men, don't we?" And Tim and Trixie's just like, "No."
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't think it's the writers, but Catwoman. Who
Yeah.
is
They
Alright.
decided to write Catwoman as, which is a, I don't know. It's a choice.
Yeah, not a good one, but
I don't know.
it's a choice.
I feel like I don't know. I don't trust like old Batman comics to have like female characters anymore. Like
It is wild to say. Probably the best female
They're
character
not
we've
good
had
at
so
it.
far was the original Batgirl.
yeah,
True. She was very like.
She had a personality.
yeah. She didn't constantly talk about the battle of the sexes for some reason.
I think it's Big Barbara. I don't remember,
Oh.
but one of them picks up like a thing to hit Catwoman with and says, "Come on, pussycat, learn me something." And then Catwoman goes, you'll learn why you need me as your brain." And it's just, they're both in very funny poses that, like, don't really make sense because of where they're positioned in the room.
Is that a maraca?
I have no clue. That's what it looks like, but I feel like that wouldn't be as good of a weapon.
It's got a little like shaky bit to it. That's why.
What
But not.
is the?
I mean, it looks like a maraca
Yeah,
in that panel, but going forward, it gets bigger. But I think it's a distance that I don't know. What
It
is
looks
that?
almost like a bowling pin. Like
Is it a bottle?
I don't know. It's something
Could
in a
be a
beauty
bottle.
salon.
yeah,
I don't think
but it
it's a
just doesn't
bottle. That
Look
feels
like a
like-
bottle.
Anyway, the fight gets even funnier when Catwoman... First of all, she gets two of them to knock into each other, and they go woof and oof, and they, like, spit out clouds of smoke for some reason.
It's like steam. Just like, it's so... It's interesting. It's an interesting way to do speech bubbles, but...
Then Catwoman starts picking them up and throwing the like judo throwing or tripping them into like different machines at the beauty parlor, which is
Yeah.
very funny to me.
And then what is this like weapon she has? Like the super whip, like the multi whip.
Oh, that's like a flail, right?
A flail.
I think that's for like I mean I'm not an expert on whips by any means,
Wait.
but I think that's for like hitting like animal like cows or something.
That is a flog.
A flog.
So, well,
More like frog.
yeah, so
Ow.
true. Yeah, it's traditionally been used as a weapon to enact punishment on ships, and has been used more recently in a manner that I cannot talk about on this show.
Yep, that's another weird characterization for Catwoman, but whatever.
Back to Catwoman throwing people into exercise equipment.
Yep, and then just on the next page, all of them look exactly like Catwoman.
Yep.
Which, what the fuck is the thing? Why? I don't know.
Do
Something.
you think the reason that Catwoman is wearing the shitty costume is because it was the only one of her costumes that she had 8 extra of?
Probably.
But it begs the question: why would she make so many extra of her shittiest costume?
Mistake in the mail.
She always makes 9 of them,
Yeah.
but she just never uses this one because
The real mistake in the mail was she didn't mean to get like timid Trixie. She wanted to get like superb like Samantha or someone someone better.
Superb Samantha.
I don't. One of my favorite lines in this whole comic is in this panel where they've all dressed up. Catwoman is explaining how she's gonna steal the. She explains that she's gonna steal the Nizam's pearl, and one of them just goes, "What's in it for us?" Which is really funny because they're already all dressed up, like ready to go, just now asking, like, "Wait a minute, like, why am I doing this?" And they're already there. They're standing shoulder to shoulder in full garb.
And then they're like, let's go rob Wayne Mansion, because that's where the Nizam of Nepal is staying. And then on the next page, there's a very funny panel of all of them packed into a car. They really look like sardined in there.
Honestly.
Yeah.
How'd they
Wow.
get 3 people in the front seat?
Yeah.
I don't know, and it
That's
also
a
looks like there's
9-seater.
another free spot open. Like,
Nope.
they're not taking up all of the front-facing window.
Yeah.
Wow, impressive.
Wait.
The Catmobile, and this isn't even the Catmobile. This is like the version 2 or so. Like,
Yeah, this is the Catmobile Mark II, baby.
I just noticed the fucking...
The cat on the front of it.
No, I just noticed the segue into the advert.
Yeah, but there's...
Fuck!
how are you somehow just now noticing the cat puns in this?
I don't know. Listen, I despise all of the cat puns in this comic. There's too many of them.
It's the worst thing about it, and Catwoman, like, has a weird character in this, but whatever.
Yeah. If we read all thank God we don't read all of the dialogue, because then half of the recording would just be cat puns. I despise.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, it says pause now for a half page, and then
But
they
pause is
put an
spelled-
ad down there.
But
Yeah,
pause.
Yeah, like
Like
cat pause.
Cat pause.
Yeah, like pause. Now look at Paddy Wagon.
I don't have an ad on my scan, but I believe you.
Yeah, me neither.
There's just a big white void for the two of us. But
Oh,
pop off.
Paddy Wagon.
guys, the ads. Oh, you're missing out. That was actually
No,
my
I'm
favorite
good
part.
without them.
I actually am a little sad. I don't get to see the ad. I want to see Paddy Wagon.
Wait, did you guys not have Lee Ryder in the Brand Rustlers?
No, of
What?
course not.
Oh my god! Oh
Yeah.
my god!
We don't have the ads.
We don't have ads.
All right. Well, you guys are missing out.
I don't believe you.
I believe you. I want to see some of the ads. You should do like an
Well,
ad.
now me
like
and Jack
ad-
are stuck in a regular lemon or orange situation.
I feel like we should do like an ad episode, like just talking about the ads.
Here are some of our favorite ads from the comics that we've read.
We talked about we've talked about stupider stuff for sure.
Do not, no. Name one thing, and don't you dare say Casey the Cop, because he is a national treasure.
Oh shit!
Not gonna lie, I was thinking Casey the Cop.
I was also thinking Casey the Cop.
Robin's regulars, maybe.
Robin's
okay.
But anyways, sorry.
Yeah, back on track. We get a top-down view of the new Catmobile with the roof open to discover that it's 3, like, couches inside that hold 3 people each.
And also, the car is like a different color in this. Like,
Yeah, it goes from black to blue to red in 3 pages.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. We won't spend too much time thinking about how that's possible.
You know what's weird about this, like, last fight scene?
Everything.
At no point do they properly utilize there being multiple Catwomen.
They do.
Like, some guards see one and go after her, and then Batman and Robin see one and go after her, and then they get attacked by a second one. Then they just fight the 2 Catwomen, and the real one tries to steal something. Like, the comic only shows 4 of them. Where do the other 5 go?
They aren't even like shown like being arrested at the end. There's no resolution for any of them besides the real, like Selena Kyle. She's the only one who's actually defeated, and they just end it.
Yeah.
Anyone want to talk about how she is defeated?
Oh god. That's all you, Jack.
I thought you saying "Oh God" was like "Oh God, here I go," but no, it's
No.
I'm throwing it to you. All right, so Catwoman diverts Batman's attention through the other Catwoman. Batman basically just watches Robin fight the other Catwoman, and while he's watching, the real Catwoman comes from above and stomps on him, runs inside to steal the jewel from the Nizam is sleeping with it, just wearing it on his head.
Which probably not the best.
Yeah, I'd say that's a certified bad idea.
Yeah, that must have been what Catwoman was thinking as she walked in. But she, after stealing the jewel, she discovers it's a phony, a paste replica even, and that the real jewel is not there. It's
somewhere else.
It's somewhere else. It's not shown where, but it's somewhere else. And she has, and Batman says, "Haha! It's actually inside this ball of yarn." And he gives it to her. He throws it to her, and she goes, "Oh, here it is. Let's." She starts unraveling the ball of yarn and gets stuck in it because it's sticky. And then that's it. That's like the end. That's like the last panel of the comic, and then it says like, "We did it."
Yeah.
Yay for us.
Their head cut off, the remaining feline furies surrender like docile kittens, bringing a fitting finale to this Cat o' Nine Tails. And that, by the way, is not accompanied with an image. That's just a little white text box.
Yeah, it's just on its own.
Yeah. A very abrupt ending, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I respect Catwoman in any story anymore.
This is a really bad version of her.
Mm-hmm.
This is not Catwoman's finest story.
Because Catwoman, if the jewel was really inside this ball of yarn, why would Batman tell you?
Yeah.
And how could you be in such a rush to unravel the ball of yarn, even though it is sticky? How could you possibly get caught in it like a net? Like, come on.
Yeah, that she really fumbled the bag at the end.
Guys, do we want to do our most ancient favorite panel?
Of course, our senior bet.
Quentin has just sent the ads.
I've just sent the advert.
Yeah, I know.
Including an advertisement for a possible comic to look at in the future, which is this. Just this.
If we use the in comic ads to pick our next comic, we're gonna like
a great idea. I'm in on this comic.
Okay, well, I'll put this in the queue.
Okay, and then I love the real ass mail order fucking thingies. You got of course you have the secret spy telescope. Of course, that's one of those classics. I thought it was a see-through thing, but no, apparently not.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what the secret package is.
Surprise
Why don't you order
package.
it?
It's literally just a mystery box. That is the best product ever. Marketing genius, whoever came up with that one. You could literally just send out whatever like junk you have lying around and market it as a surprise package.
Mm-hmm.
It could be.
It could be anything from the Joy Buzzer to the Fly in Ice.
Oh man, but you can't. But for favorite panel, you can't say Paddy Wagon. You cannot include no ads or allowed.
Yeah, ads do not count. I'm gonna say my favorite panel. I actually already brought it up earlier. I should have saved it. It is the one.
Yep.
Where timid Trish or whatever her name is just like I don't know, some men I just dig, because it's very funny to me for Catwoman to be like, yeah, come on, you guys should join me, and basically everyone there is just like, no. And they'll just have like this kind of like weird expressions, and they're all smiling a lot, but they're all just like calling Catwoman an idiot, which is fair.
It makes you wonder why they join up and like none of them seem particularly enthusiastic at any point.
Not really, no.
Quentin, what's your favorite panel?
What's my favorite panel? Well, damn it, it's another one that was mentioned before, but it's gotta be the panel. Let me find it. Yeah, where they're having the big fight scene between Catwoman and the other 8, and the two women are thrown on top of each other. It's the woof and the oof. It's just so funny the way that it. Fuck. I'd love to see this.
There's
animated.
also a squunch.
There is a squunch and a meow.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just a normal meow. What is at the bottom right of the? Is that a 1%?
No, it's page 12.
Oh.
It's saying it's 12. We're on this 12th page. Jack, what's your favorite panel?
All right, my favorite panel is, I'm gonna just shout out the second to last real panel in the entire comic, when Catwoman has been tied up, just because of her face in this panel just is like the one like most noticeably like weird art pieces of art in this comic. Like her face just is it's strange. I don't know how to describe it or why, but she just looks like I don't know, maybe she looks like she could be a frog or something.
I think it's the mask. I think it's because of the eye holes on the mask. Her eyes look huge, and like they're not like closed at all. Like her eyes are completely open, and she's looking down. I just did it in real life, like either you two or the audience could see.
It looks very Zuko adjacent. Again, frog-like.
This is for the Zuko fans out there.
The Zuko fans in our audience.
If you're not a Zuko fan, just turn it off.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, this show is for the Zuko fanboys.
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
Seriously. Why? What are you doing?
Honestly,
here?
what are you doing here?
There's so much non-Zuko content out there, and you choose the one Zuko, the one back.
You choose the one Zuko fan cast.
Yeah.
Well,
but this. All right. Are we ready for verdicts?
Yeah. Jack, decide the order.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Quentin, me, Will.
all right then. Shwarbage. I did not enjoy my time with this comic. I did not like how... Well, one thing I will actually give to it, I like all of the other character designs besides Catwoman. I got to a point in early Batman where I just did not like a lot of how people looked. They were very low detail. But I think it's one of the panels in here where you have Jim Gordon, and he looks very very similar to modern Jim Gordon. Very detailed face. It's kind of shadowy. It did not need to be like that, so they put a little bit of extra detail in there. But the art is the biggest prop that I'm going to give this comic. I didn't like the characterization of their actual characters. I didn't like the dialogue. Too many cat puns. And even as flowery as they made it, it was still incredibly boring. Yeah, that's a Schwarbage all around.
I'm gonna start with a little bit of praise. I do agree with Quentin. I like the art. I feel like it is a step up from a lot of what we have seen on this show. I think the art is just generally higher quality. Like, there are just less like weird panels, less like, it's just more consistent all around quality wise. At least I felt that way. And one thing that is also nice about this comic is that it is just one story told across an entire issue instead of like 3 like crappy stories that are like 10 pages long. They just made one long story. And then I will shift gears into criticism. That this story is also pretty crappy. Yeah, not Catwoman is not interesting in this story. It's the actual plot is just villain stealing jewel. Batman stopped them, and even the main gimmick is not hardly even utilized. The fact that there are 9 of them, like, as I think Will said, only like 4 of them even show up during the fight. It's very underwhelming. not a great one. I'm gonna give it a Schwarbage.
I feel like I agree with you guys mostly. We have kind of jumped in years a bit away, so the art has very much improved. And I think the writing, there used to be a lot of pacing issues with the older stories we were reading. This still has pacing stories issues, but they're the opposite. Like basically this is 26 pages of build up for like, oh man, Batman and Robin are gonna have to fight 9 Catwomen, and then they don't. They just don't. So I am very tempted to give it a Schway, but, and we did neglect to mention this, the real Nism of Nepal never actually shows up in this story. If you guys would care to look, it is actually Alfred in a disguise.
Right.
So that's kind of tempted me to say Schway, because I think that's funny. But no, the story's not good. It's Schwarbage. It's unanimously Schwarbage. It doesn't make me angry, though. It doesn't, like, it's not like an infuriating piece of media. It's just not good.
Yeah, it's not. It's just not. Yeah, it's just bad. It's not like.
Yeah, not great. Yeah. It was very disappointing, is what I think I'd describe it as. I expected a lot more from the cover.
I don't even think it clears our okay, wait. This is a quick question. Do you think it clears the previous Catwoman story we read, the one on the boat? I actually don't know. I'm having trouble deciding.
That had so much going on in such a short amount of time. I think it had more like plot points that got addressed in that much shorter comic than in this one.
Yeah, but it was so quick. This one's so slow. These stories are completely opposite.
Yeah.
Because that one isn't that one like one of 3 stories in the same issue?
Yeah. There were 2 Joker stories and a Hugo Strange story where he went to New York City.
Yeah. I have, looking back, I feel like I have fonder feelings towards the boat one than this one.
Quieter, Papa Spank.
That's a...
Yeah.
Can we move on? I'm done with this comic.
I have one more thing before we move on.
Oh, goodness. Go for it.
I want you guys to tell me, what is his name? I just sent an image in our chat. What is his name?
Ace the Bat Hound.
Nope.
What does this have to do with anything?
This is one of the ads. This is one of the ads.
Okay.
Scooby the Bat Doobie.
It looks like Scooby-Doo, yeah.
Flatterman.
Flatterman?
Flatterman. Flatterman
is this
spelled
not a
with
dog?
2 N's. It's Flatterman. Flatterman.
Is this not a dog?
I don't know.
Well, next time you can't record when Will and I will make the Flatter cast.
Yep. No, that is not a dog. I just looked it up.
Okay.
Great. A great topic for later. But the topic for now is Batman Beyond, Season 2, Episode 24, Payback.
I am so hyped.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's fucking
This is a great way to bring us up out of the
depths of hell.
My mood did literally just change, like, yeah, across the board. I love this episode.
And I think one of the reasons, at least for me, just a reason that my mood changes immediately is because I pull up my notes, and I think we've done 2 Batman Beyond episodes on here, but both times at the very top of my notes, the first thing I've written is just like, Batman Beyond intro is a fucking classic.
It's so good.
It's a straight banger.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's great. Anyway, this episode opens on famous characters Warren and the kid.
Drew.
Warren and Drew.
I took notes of
Warren the
everyone.
child.
So Warren is like a mean, like stingy businessman.
Drew is his teenaged employee.
Yeah, and Drew's like, okay, I'm going home for the day because my shift's over. And Warren's like, nah, you're making you do overtime. I'm Warren. That's not what he sounded like. I don't know why I did that voice.
It actually was a little bit. He's like he does kind of have that voice.
He's a bit higher pitched because he was like, I'm sorry. Let's all do our Warren impressions real quick. What are your guys like?
Sorry, hun, we're out of your size. That's
pretty good.
That's a line.
Pretty good.
Wait, let me see.
Quentin?
You've still got overtime to do.
That one was really good, actually.
You betray your acting prowess.
Yeah.
Warren's a dick, and when he tells his little boy that works for him, that he can't go home, a man dressed in black with a lightsaber whip walks in and tries to kill him.
Yeah, and it's payback time. That's not his actual catchphrase, but it should have been.
Don't.
Every time we talk about the Batman Beyond character paybacks, one of us has to say that. Which will probably be never again.
It doesn't happen that often.
Anyway, Terry shows up and he's like, "I'm gonna save you from Payback," and we learn that Payback is like he's made a little name for himself. He's like, "Yeah, I'm your new partner. I've been attacking all these mean people," and Batman's like, "No, you're a murderer
or attempted murderer."
Well, here's this is my question. He doesn't murder anyone in episode, but he said he had attacked people in the previous like month. Did he murder anyone?
I don't think he attacked.
No, because Bruce is like in the past month, like one of the other kids, like his dad was attacked, and he also went to the Gotham. What's it called?
The Youth Counseling Center?
No, wait, the Youth Counseling Center.
Yep. Did you say pediatric center?
I was about to say pediatric hospital.
Anyway, but yeah, he had been attacking people before the episode started. Because when Batman shows up, he's like, "Payback," right? Like he recognizes him.
Yeah, I don't think that he killed anyone. I think that
he tried to kill people.
It would make this episode it would make the episode a lot darker if he had actually killed people. Considering, like, the, future...
Yeah, no one would ever die in a Batman story.
Well, I'm just saying, considering the future reveal, which we won't go into right now, but...
Also, if you guys wouldn't mind, I would request that when we get to the part where you realized who the assailant was... I would like you to bookmark it for me, because I think it's going to be all three of us at the same time.
I agree. I know what you're talking about here. Oh, that's my dog.
Oh, hey.
Sorry.
Dog watch. Then Terry tells Bruce, like, hey, the kid in there, Drew, he goes to my school, and another kid at my school, his dad was attacked. And they both go to the Gotham Pediatric Center, as Quentin so accurately named it. So Bruce is like, how about you go there and do some detective work? And Terry goes, okay.
Yeah, and Terry goes to this place that actually seems like a rather nice, like, a facility, right? Like, this is like I don't know, something that stood out to me in this episode. I was like, oh, this is like a really nice, like place for youths.
It's crazy that Gotham has anything like this.
Like it's like a kind of like a. Is it fair to call it like a group therapy type? Like it's just people a sort of safe space for people to talk about their problems with their peers and with a professional, a mental health professional in the form of Dr. Stanton.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you emphasize it so?
Because he's awesome.
Dr. Stanton.
I don't know.
Yeah, there are 10 guys in a room. There's Jared, Craig, Guy, Dude, and Dr. Stanton.
He's got a cool name.
It's because that's when I transitioned from like giving a spiel I had in my mind to reading my notes to check what Dr. Stanton's name was.
Anyway, when Terry goes to this meeting, he discovers there's a girl whose boyfriend Dwayne is cheating on her. I wrote in my notes on 3 separate occasions, "Fuck Dwayne." I was totally on Payback's side for some of those points.
Does Dwayne even have 3 appearances?
No, he has 2. I just wrote it twice in one scene.
So you're a big Dwayne hater.
I hate Dwayne. He cheated on his girlfriend. That's not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying you agree with? You're basically saying that Payback did nothing wrong, right? Is that?
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? Yeah.
I think Payback is the real hero of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Terry's obstructing justice here.
I think every single Batman Beyond villain is the hero of their story.
Ooh, that's a contentious point. You know
yeah, I just remembered Willie Watt. Never mind.
The one other someone we've talked about.
Yeah, the one other guy we talked about.
Like incel. And also,
fucking...
not to mention all like the evil businessmen who like destroy the environment.
The guy in Earth Mover.
Mad Stan.
Earth Mover. No, but I mean that's I think a thing that is a theme across all of Batman Beyond that reaches back into classic Batman. I think that all of the villains are very human, and it's their human traits that are on display here. I think it's a lot more of a show that is about the darkness that can creep into the edges of the human psyche when you're not looking, with people like Willie Watt and then our rogue here.
Speaking of humans, boy, there sure are a lot of them, aren't there? In one scene, Dr. Stanton introduces Terry to 2 other people, and their names are... I didn't write them down.
I wrote them down. One of them is Howard, who's, I just want to mention, shaped exactly like Payback physically, in clearly a very intentional way. He's like the... He's like the librarian, right? He does the sculptures.
He does the video. Yep. He does the video cameras. They record all their sessions so that the doctor can go back over them.
Yeah. So he's an employee here, and then it's the doctor's son, Kenny, and now I just want to throw in Quentin's.
Yeah, same.
Yep, this is my
bookmark.
This is our bookmark of where we.
Even when I first watched this as a child, this is where I figured it out.
I had never seen this episode before. Got it straight away.
So Kenny Stanton, and his only scene in this section is just him going like Dad, like hang out with me, like, and he's like, sorry son, I have to work late. There's so many people that need me, and he's like, oh.
Sorry, son. I'm the father in a Hallmark Christmas movie about a busy businessman. / Adam Sandler from Click 2. No,
what?
There's a Click 2? No, there's not. That was a slip of the tongue. There's only one click. I'm sorry. I looked down at my notes and saw Batman.
You made me so happy.
I saw it. Listen, I looked down at my notes. And I wrote, "This guy's the guy from Click." Right above it was my notes for Batman 210. So just like I saw the 2, and I just kept talking. There's no Click 2. I'm sorry.
I was about to leave the call to go watch Click 2.
We should stop reviewing Batman and just review Click 2. Was what I was thinking.
I'm sorry.
Can't fucking believe you. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, what does Terry do after that?
He tries to hack the data so he can see if all of the people who've been attacked are associated with the center. And he does. He sends it to the back computer, but then someone who mysteriously their shadow looks exactly like Payback knocks Terry out, and then leaves him there.
Yeah.
I don't know what Payback was doing here, but okay.
I mean, does Payback really have anywhere to take him?
No, but like, why would you knock him out in the first place?
He's stealing the data.
Okay, but does he know that?
Wait, I have a question for you guys. Do you think it was actually Payback that knocked him out? Because there's an alternative theory.
No,
is that confirmed? Maybe I missed that.
No, but the shadows got like the sack head.
Okay. All right, never mind. Ignore me. Go on.
Then he wakes up. The knocking out is really pointless, isn't it?
No, it does.
And then he goes back to the Batcave and he's like, man, you know who I think Payback is? I think it's the guy who has the exact same body shape, build, like the guy who looks exactly like Payback. And Bruce is like, are you sure? And he's like, yes.
And then I want to mention that Bruce basically, like, he smiles at him. He goes like, all right, like, go get him. Because, well, it's Howard Lewis who he suspects, the big guy, who does the videos. And basically Batman rolls up.
He finds the lightsaber whip.
He does.
And then Howard hits him on the head with furniture and punches him.
And then when Batman gets the upper hand, is like, I know you're Payback. He's like, I used that lightsaber to cut my sculptures. He's got a bunch of dumb-looking vultures around him. Sculptures.
Vultures.
I accidentally skipped over one of my notes. The Doctor has funny cheekbones.
Yeah.
Very unnatural.
That's true.
The
Doctor has a very striking
design.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Doctor, right? Just as Howard Lewis is defending himself, saying that he's not Payback, Bruce gets in Terry's earpiece and says, "Hey, turn on the TV, you dumbass." And he turns it on, and Payback is live harassing Dwayne and his girlfriend in their car. Terry's like, "Oh shit!"
He's like, "Sorry." You should
try
looking less like the supervillain next time.
He gives a sorry, and then leaves, and then it pans out to show Howard's like workspace completely destroyed, which is good,
very funny,
but also, goddamn Terry, you suck.
So Dwayne's driving his car with his other girlfriend, not the one who was at the center. This is the one thing Payback does wrong. He is endangering the life of this other girl. He should just kill Dwayne and then drive her to safety.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to think about that part. He sends the car flying off of a cliff. And
fortunately for all the Dwayne fans, Batman catches it in the Batmobile. It can fly in Batman Beyond.
Yep.
And then they go to fight in like a forest.
I like a Batman fight in the woods.
Yeah. There's a part of this forest fight that completely destroys my suspension of disbelief.
What's that?
What is that?
Notice how Payback is seen at the edge of these woods, right?
Yes.
And then, like, it's a picture-perfect moment, and then we cut to Terry's face as he grimaces for about 4 to 5 seconds.
There's no way the grimace was that long.
It's pretty long. And now watch as Terry flies so far into this forest to catch up with Payback. How the fuck? What
I have an
inhuman
explanation.
Speeds? Okay.
When he grimaces, Terry is looking to the right, out the right Batmobile window. Then when he goes to chase him, he turns left and flies off in the wrong direction. I think Terry just had a little bit of a brain fart and then realized, wait, going the wrong way.
Terry, Batman of Neo Gotham, with all of the technology at his fingertips, is just simply an incompetent fool.
I think that's a theme of this episode.
Also, let's not forget, for those of you at home who still haven't figured out who Payback is, this might be a little bit of a spoiler.
It's Dr. Stanton.
It's Dr. Stanton.
So the Payback suit is more of a mech, so maybe it can run very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, you do see him in that one shot, like that overhead shot, where he is fucking schmoving.
He's like, booking it.
He is booking it so fast. This woods fight happens. It's, if I remember correctly, it's next to Wayne Manor, I think.
I don't
Like in
think
the woods
so.
next to Wayne Manor.
There's a building, but I don't think it's Wayne. Maybe it's Wayne Manor.
It's a big, tall, manor-looking building.
That's
wait, no, that's
Cobblepot
just
Manor.
It's Dwayne Manor.
no, it's just the edge of the city.
But yeah.
They accidentally set the woods on fire.
They
Terry gets some little pills
Water
that
bill.
when he throws them put out the fire. And there's a very funny shot of Terry putting out the fire, and then the camera slowly pans over to reveal more fire that he didn't notice. Then it cuts back to Terry, and he like gasps.
He just gasp.
First a grimace, now a gasp. What's next?
Snarl.
Flying the bat plane into the fire.
Yep.
Yep. That's how you put out fires in the new age.
Smother him with a car.
With a big old car.
Technology. But after that's fires taken care of.
Yeah, Bruce fucking
Basically-
lays into Terry.
Fair.
Some of the scenes between Bruce and Terry make me very, like, I don't know. I like this pair a lot, and when they're getting along, it makes me happy. Like the part earlier, where they sussed out who he thought Payback was, and Bruce smiled. I thought that was a very nice moment. Now him totally royally fucking that up and getting yelled at didn't make me feel as good. But it's from this, display of aggression between the two that we tangentially slide into another, therapy session where Terry is fucking going off about Bruce.
I love this scene.
This is great.
And
I think in the animated universe, I think Batman would have a lot more like sidekicks and friends still around if any of them went to therapy. Like if Dick Grayson ever went to, just to a therapist and just shit on Bruce for like half an hour, I think they'd still be friends.
That's why I'm such a fan of Gotham Youth Counseling Center. Like,
it's
it
good.
feels very needed in Gotham. Like, of course it's need.
it's needed in real life
for everyone. Yeah, but
especially in
Gotham
Gotham.
could use a place like that. So shout out to Dr. Stanton,
Yeah.
who at this point Terry believes to be Payback.
I think that if all of Batman's friends went to therapy, they would simply not be friends with them anymore. As the solution, the persisting solution, when Terry complains about his job, is just get another. This guy sounds like a dick. Just get another fucking job.
The one guy says get another job, and then the girl who was dating Dwayne goes, "No, don't."
Of course she would
He
say
says, "You
that.
need to
She's in an
confront
abusive
him."
relationship. She's in a relationship where she's being cheated on.
So because Terry shit on Bruce so hard, Payback's like, "I'm gonna go get that guy at the opening of the hotel." Is that what was happening? It was something at a
It's like
hotel.
a party or like in a social event at a hotel.
Mhm.
It was one of Bruce's
Friends.
business.
Few friends he has.
I mean, I don't think he was. I think he was
An
a friend,
associate. Let's call
quote
him an
unquote.
associate.
Yeah, the media called it a friendship, but it was really just that they sat in a room and talked about
Business.
Yeah.
So Bruce gets in an elevator, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go to this party." And then Payback attacks him, and is like, "Hey, everyone, get out of the elevator! I'm gonna kill Bruce Wayne, but the rest of you can go." And then he's like, "Hey, Bruce Wayne, I'm the scariest fucker you've ever seen." And Bruce Wayne basically calls him an idiot.
He says, Payback says, "I'm from your nightmares," and Bruce says, "You have no idea what my nightmares are like," which
Which is fair.
Raw.
He fought
Pretty
Baby
raw.
Doll.
Yeah.
Just a reminder.
He dreams about Baby Doll every single night.
Terrifying.
A true nightmare.
What is the scariest thing this Batman has done?
Fuck.
Fuck? That's the scariest thing he's done.
Talia al Ghul.
Maybe he was fighting 9 Catwomen at the same time. Or 4, or however many actually showed up.
I think it's the numerous times Clayface has tried to drown him in the mud that makes up his body.
That's so true. We're gonna have a lot of fun with Feet of Clay when we get there.
Yeah. Also, yeah.
Also, yeah.
Terry shows up, they fight. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I didn't think this last fight was as dynamic or interesting as the first one. The only thing I think was really cool is Payback knocks over a pillar, and Terry throws an explosive batarang at it, and it decimates this huge pillar.
Yeah.
Like, those explosive batarangs are fucking dangerous.
I mean, where it really fell off for me was when Terry showed up at all. I liked Payback versus Bruce. I thought he was gonna I thought old Bruce was gonna solo Payback.
I see. It's easy to say like that would be awesome and like he could totally do it. I don't know if he could
not
though. I don't think he could.
As much as we want to think he could.
He's old.
I was about to say, what if he brought a gun? I remembered who we were talking about.
And then I remembered the first scene of Batman.
Yeah. Oh. He's just the reason he quit being Batman is for some reason he could never figure out how to put the gun down because he'd never held one before. He's just been carrying it around this whole time.
But guys, do we want to go into the big reveal?
Yeah.
Yep.
So Terry defeats after this fight around the elevator. He defeats Payback once and for all, and it's revealed that Payback is actually. It is Stanton, but it's not Doctor. It's Kenny Stanton.
It's Minnie Stanton.
Duh.
Kenny Stanton.
Like fucking obviously, they like having a twist, and it's not going to be the guy who looks exactly like Payback or the guy who's doing the youth counseling.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like
the second
as soon as Kenny was like, "Hey, Dad, you want to do something today?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Oh, Kenny's the bad guy, obviously."
The thing about this series, as well as Batman the Animated Series, because they're essentially a part of the same series,
same writers, same themes.
It's the villain. Whenever there's a surprise villain or a twist villain, it's always the person you would least suspect, but it's always the person you would least suspect.
Meaning
so you start to suspect them immediately.
I don't know if it was a Young Justice or a fucking Batman the Brave and the Bold episode, but they did like a reverse psychology thing between Batman and Robin, where there were like two islands that were dangerous, and then they were like, okay, so this island is the one where the Justice League is going to, because it's got all these fucking signals, and we think that's where the villains are going to be. And then the other island was like, and then there's this one that we also suspect, and
that's Brave and the Bold. That's the episode where Speedy, Aqualad, and Robin team up to do the thing.
Yeah, but it played on that trope that was like, Robin knew that Batman was going to try to fake him out, so they went to the other island. So they went to the island that had less signals, because he thought he was trying to, like, baby him. But then Batman saw that, and it was like, I reverse psychologied your reverse psychology, and it's actually this one. It's fucking convoluted. If you want to do a twist like that, where you go for what they least expect, you have to make it something obvious.
Yeah, I think if it was Howard, I would be shocked. The guy who looks exactly like Payback.
What if a la Batman the Animated Series Mystery of Batwoman, it's all three of them as three separate Paybacks?
I mean, that,
what
or...
if it was Bruce?
It could have been Bruce.
What if it was Dwayne?
trying to teach Terry a lesson about being a good mystery solver.
I like the what if it was Dwayne idea.
Okay, guys. Anything else we want to talk about?
You know what really bites my jib?
I hate that.
What does that mean?
I don't fucking know. When a fight in a superhero show is broken up by somebody falling and the hero spontaneously needing to catch them, I fucking despise that.
I like
hate
that.
it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, because it is such a persistent trope in superhero fights. It happens every single goddamn time, which makes it not special. There are no stakes. That's why I like Gwen Stacy, because of shit like this, because they always fucking catch them in time, and it either gives the villain enough time to get away, or it puts them at a disadvantage or something, but it's so predictable because it is so persistent. It's one of, the moves.
I think you need that, though, because if you don't get any scenes of the hero saving people, then you get the Man of Steel Superman Zod fight, where Superman definitely kills hundreds of people.
Oh, 100%. And, I get that. A hero saving people during a fight, I get. I like it enough. It is good. It shows the humanity in the hero. But it is specifically the person falling and the hero needing to go in, grab them. That is what I take issue with.
I think a reason why this is so persistent is because if there wasn't someone that Terry had to go out of his way to save, allowing the villain to escape, every Batman Beyond episode would be 3.5 minutes long when Terry defeats the villain in their first confrontation. Because they need to have a confrontation where the villain gets away, and then sometimes a second confrontation where the villain also gets away, interspersed with detective work and character building and other stuff, and then they need to have a final confrontation where Terry captures the villain. So it's a bit of a crutch. It's usually either that. I feel like in Batman Beyond, it's either Terry has to go out of his way to save someone or do something, or the villain just kicks the shit out of Terry.
But what about this? You could just freeze them in a giant candle.
They could do that, couldn't they?
They could do that.
Yeah.
Payback time.
Okay, Schway, Schwarbage, me, Quentin, Jack. Yeah, that's good. I think this is Schway. I think it's good. It's fun. Nothing revolutionary. The twist is predictable. Fuck Dwayne. I don't know. I like Payback. I think he's cool. I think it's a fun idea. His design is nice. It's very Mask of the Phantasm. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to agree. It's an episode of Batman Beyond, which I think contradicts my rating of the other episode.
Yeah, you
of
gave
Batman Beyond
Golem a Schwarbage, which
I did give
still
Golem a
boggles
Schwarbage.
my mind, but okay.
No, but I did really enjoy this episode. There were, I really enjoyed how it tied back into its themes of parents versus figures of authority. And I liked that Terry went to therapy. I think that's important. I liked how they, sort of tied that in.
I kind of wish he kept going. That would have been a fun recurring thing.
That would have been a great. Then we would have seen more Stanton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Stanton.
Dr. Stanton. No, but I really enjoyed that, even though it was predictable. I liked the twist. I liked that they tried something. I think that maybe someone was surprised. Hopefully, someone. And there's just an emotional scene at the end. That's very reminiscent of Gollum, where the child is being arrested, and then Terry is like, "Go talk to your son, you fucking asshole." Except he's not as much that this time around because Stanton's cool, and not
So
like
true.
not like the other dad.
Not like Willie's dad, who was a shithole. Stanton's
He was
awesome.
a shit fuck. I hate him. But Stanton is awesome, and he actually feels bad and loves his son. And I like that. I like the characters this time around. Yeah, that's the difference. I like the characters this time.
Jack?
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure I gave Gollum a Schway, and this is better than Gollum, so I'm giving this a Schway. I love Batman Beyond. I think this episode is kind of great. It's kind of a banger, honestly. I love the way they tie in the very reoccurring sort of conflict relationship between Terry and Bruce. Of Terry trying to learn and Bruce being kind of like a cranky old man, being very set in his ways, and just Terry dealing with that. But that also being a part of the main plot with Payback, because that's what Payback is against, and it's just good. It just works. It works well. It flows very well together. It's a great 20 minutes of pure fun. Good shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, that wraps up the show for today. And as always, Jack and Quentin are going to do the outro, but this time there's a twist. This time it will not be improvised. These two have rehearsed diligently for this. They've come up with some great ideas, so let's hear this pre-planned, rehearsed, not improvised outro by the two of them.
All right. This is our not improvised outro. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Quentin.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh boy, what's that?
Did you know that you can actually now find Shwarbage on Stitcher, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, and Google Podcasts?
Wow, that's incredible. I'm gonna go subscribe right now and listen to all our great episodes.
That is so true. Thank you, Jack, for responding to me. Nobody ever does.
Thanks, Quentin. That was just straight up Schway.
It's not Schwarbage.
We really should have put that, like, the thing about us putting it on other podcasts at the start, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I was gonna do like a.
Do you wanna do it right now? Like, do a little segment
we
right
should.
now?
We should.
Okay, I'm gonna cut the audio right here, and then the next thing we're gonna say is gonna go at the front.
Okay.